Here we go. I'm back. Hello and good evening, everybody. I've had a couple of weeks off, so straight off the bat, I want to thank Steiny and Lynx for doing a sterling job while I've been away. But we're here. This is the Cone Racing League and Cone Academy for race number 5. We are at the Marina Bay Street Circuit of Singapore. There will be 31 laps ahead of them, 23 turns per lap. That's just over 5 kilometres of track, or 3.1 miles. And joined with me, as usual, we're back together. The team is back together. Mr. Steiny, how are you, sir?
Indeed, I am doing great. I am so excited to be honest. Singapore is a track which I absolutely like to race on, and especially to commentate on. It can be so exciting to see and to view some side-by-side battles. I can't wait to see that. But as well, just as usually, just a few words about the track which has arrived in 2008. It is a Marina Bay Circuit, and as well, as usual, Hermann Tilke has designed this track as well. But it is a very young circuit, if you can say so. But it was announced or established very quickly as one of the big standouts on the Formula 1 calendar. It's a huge challenge for every single driver because it is in the middle of the season. But Singapore, an amazing track and so close. Some walls, you need to be very careful there.
Yeah, absolutely. So, obviously, I've missed some time here. Last week we were in Baku. I've noticed, I was of course watching the race. I wish I could have been involved, but I've watched both of them. But Baku last week, Big Ben taking the win, Hedgehog second, Ryan Mills in third. We're on board with Ryan Mills here. I'm going to have a little look with him today. We're going to give him a chance to see the opening lap and see who can set the fastest time. Short qualifying, I believe, is it 3-step qualifying tonight?
We have short qualifying now. It was an attempt to go for full qualifying, but it was voted off. So we are back to 18 minutes qualifying for Academy, just to give every driver a chance to be for a longer time out of the track to get used to it, and it just feels a bit better for you as a driver who's just trying out a few things here and there in Formula 1.
Yeah, I think that's probably a good shout. I mean, you imagine if you go out in Q1, you've spanned first turn and you don't get an opportunity to really have another proper go at it, and I can appreciate that. Especially
before we go on a lap as well for one driver, just a small side note here. Mean Moody, unfortunately, he lost the traction under the stadium, under the bridge, and went into the right wall. Unfortunately, it just caught this on my camera. He had to pit straight away again to get his front wing repaired, but again, 18 minutes is a longer time, so he's got 40 minutes time on track still.
Yeah, so just on board with a purple sector of Ryan Mills. He's just gone down Nichols Highway into turn 8, heading towards turn 9, sharp left onto St Andrews Road, foot to the floor, smash bang wallop as fast as possible towards turn 10, sharp. Right, so we see him just going over Anderson Bridge. This is just before turn 13, and then along straight up towards turn 14, which is the last turn in Sector 2 as he heads into Sector 3. Have we had anybody? There's only Mazel so far that's gone out on mediums, as I can see on the left-hand side. No, Murphy has as well. He's in the pit, but looks like he's chosen a medium. We're yet to have a time put down, so I'm saying purple sector, but of course all of them are going to be purple sectors because nobody's put a time down. MUFC Harvey sets it straight with a 1:38.2. As you saw, just going into the tunnel there, Ryan Mills made a slight mistake. I think he broke just a little bit too late into turn 18, which is a slow entry into that tunnel. We shall see how he comes out and fares, however. He's put it quicker so far with a 1:37.1. Ryan Mills came third last week in Baku. He currently sits in the 4th place in the championship. As the championship stands, we have actually, let's go and have a little jump on board with someone else while we do that, so we can have a little watch of them as they come in. Jay Wills, he has put himself high in the ranking. Where is
Absolutely. He is now in pole position with 37.104, so close, straight from the start here in Singapore, so close together. And the top two driver at the moment on 1 and 2. But look who's on the lap. JJ Kottwikers just crossed. Oh no, he was on the start on his lap, the McLaren driver. Jay Kottwikers going into the first long left turn, braking hard on the curb on the left hand side, trying to get over the curb. He's just missing it and sacrifices a bit of speed for the long exit. You do okay. He's abandoning his lap time right now. Let's see who else is on a quick lap.
Well, I'm just going to jump on board with Sniper Boy a second because he's yet to set a time. He's on an outlap at the moment. Little shout on him. He's currently sitting in 5th in the championship. He didn't do so well last week. If he was in, oh no, he did. He was 7th last week in Baku. So he'll be obviously looking to try and get certainly in that range in terms of the qualifying position today. Jay Will sits on top, currently less than 10th. Ahead of Ryan Mills in 2nd for the Ferrari. I'll tell you who I'm missing. I'm looking everywhere for Big Ben. We haven't got Big Ben tonight, have we?
That's correct. Big Ben, he's not here, no. I don't know what's happening today on the grid, but let me have a quick look through the chat.
Please, thank you. We'll see if we can bring you a little bit more information on that, just to see where he is this evening, or whether or not we can still expect to see him before the end of qualifying, potentially. But we're still on board with Sniper Boy Hart. He is just about to come around the last couple of corners, or last 3 corners. One sweeping left-hander, really. These last 3, sort of 21, 22, 23. Sorry, 22, 23. The last couple of corners. So here we go. On board with Sniper Boy, let's see how he takes it. A little bit tentative around turn 1. Can be a little bit slippy this turn 3. You have to be really easy on the throttle. Try and straighten the car up as quick as you can to get the toe down, or you can quite easily lose it. Now this very fast right hand to get on that accelerator as fast as possible. It's so important to get launched down this Raffles Boulevard as he takes on this turn 6, which is hardly a turn, but does set the purple first sector. Looking good so far for him. Anything else going on?
No information so far. I'm trying to have a look to another person who is quick. I think Michi Joy Joy got a little bit disturbed by Matt, if I'm not 100% mistaken. But Matt is just on his fast lap now, so let's have a quick look how he's doing currently on soft tires. Not many people are attempting to go on the medium, but the top runners on medium. Matt now just in front of the DRS zone. A very, very tricky turn to take, turn 13, long straight down, activating DRS and heavy braking zone around 75 meters. Just a small touch on the curb. He's going very, very sharp.
Sniper
on the
Boy.
turn.
Oh wow! Sorry to dive in there. Oh my word! We've just been on board with Sniper Boy for a whole lap, and he has just set the fastest lap by 4/10. That's a 1:36.7. That's a great great lap by him. Sorry to jump in. Please carry on.
Absolutely impressive. Not a problem at all. A 36.7. Very, very good. But Matt is just crossing over the line. Let's have a look at his time, and he's done a 40.2. Unfortunately, not on speed so far, but it is a very, very tricky track. Singapore, and he almost lost the car here as well. But 42.2 at the moment for Matt. He's still got time to go for another run, so good luck to him.
Yeah, I'll just have a little look at Crash, see if he can improve this week. We're currently seeing that Murphy and Rathborough had invalidated laps, so not going to be getting anything down just yet from them. Plenty of time. It's only 8 minutes still to go in the qualifying session, so of course everybody will have other times to get out there. We're on with Crash. I believe he just set a purple sector. He is on softs. Well, that might show a bit of the climatisation of the track, and of course a decent lap by him. Keep your head down. Just coming in sec 2.
Indeed, a very, very tricky part as well of the track. If you just make a small mistake and you need to catch the car, it's so easy to get into the wall and having to pit straight away. But Crash looking good so far. Was spot on the McLaren driver as well.
Oh no, Crash!
Crash just a bit too early on the throttle and spun into the wall on the right hand side. Very, very unfortunate for him.
Unlucky,
but he still has time for another lap, so just going into the pit straight away, calm down and focus on the next lap. This will be the most important one for him, because it's going to be the last attempt for Crash, currently in P17 out of 18 people, and we have the McLaren driver Jacob Vikes just starting his lap as well. Are you currently watching any other driver?
Just on board with Hedgehog. Currently, he is just about to set another lap. He's on mediums at the moment. Unless is that the fastest? Sorry, that's the fastest lap. No, it isn't. Fitted best lap. Okay. So Brian Mills is looking very, very positive. He's in second place on the mediums. Has set the medium time of 1:37. So that is very, very sharp. Personally, I think the mediums are a great tyre around here. I think they work really well. I think you can get found out with warm tyres, however, and people can catch you pretty quickly.
Yeah.
When you start to lose a bit of downforce and people are taking these corners flat out, it's so easy to lose a lot of time very, very quickly. So it can come back to bite you. There's going to be a very, very interesting breakdown of strategy today. I was going to read into it quite a lot, the strategy, and then the more I thought about it, I just thought there's going to be so many variations here that it could be soft hards or medium hards. I think probably would be a good shout for a one stop, and then you've got the soft medium soft medium medium. If you go medium soft medium, which is what Ryan Mills could go, because it's actually sometimes quicker to go two stop than a one. He could go 11 laps on mediums, 7 on the softs, and then jump for 13 on the mediums, or he could of course go medium soft and split those 2 laps between them. Or go extra on the medium in the first place. And the medium hard, you go about 11 laps on the mediums and then around 20 to make the 31 laps. Yeah, so 20 on the hards would see you as a one stop if you go that route as well. So there's so many things that can happen, and of course we can't discount the fact that I think safety cars and qualifying today is going to play a major part. It's a tough track to pass, so it'll be interesting to say the least. Right, who else should we have a little look at now? We'll jump around the path.
Yeah, I did have a look already to the McLaren driver Jacob Vikes. He apparently did the purple sector in sector 2. I'm not 100% sure if that is correct, but he made it up for his little mistake before. He's now on P9 on 38.6 on soft tires. And Hedgehog, did he go into the... No, he's on a fast lap right now, Hedgehog. On his lap on medium tires. So as he said, many different tires options, how you prefer to start the race. Very, very tricky to say this is the best tire. But we have as well 17 people in the chat before we forget. Wonderful. Welcome, a good evening or good afternoon. It depends on where you live to everyone. But we are watching Hedgehog going over the line, and he was not able to improve his lap time. Unfortunately, just missed out by 1/10 of a second to his personal best. Unfortunate for him. I don't think that he has another time to make another lap. I'm currently in P12 for Hedgehog.
Yeah, looks like Jay Wills is probably going to stick with that medium on a 1:36.8. I think he's improved even, hasn't he, from what he had, Jay Wills. I'm pretty sure he has. Has he put himself into second? Or was he already there? I know Ryan Mills was up there too. But
he did improve his time, yes.
Yeah, 1:36.7 currently leads it. Jay Wills with a 1:36.8 in second position. Is there anyone else going to go underneath it? 3 minutes 21 still to go. MFC Harvey, is he on? No. No, he's had to back out MUFC Harvey on a fast lap. He's not going to be happy about that if he can retain, unless that's an in lap. I don't know what's going on there, but that did look like he got blocked. Not entirely sure who that was. Looked like is it Ferrari. Not sure. So Sniper Boy, our current leader.
Who is Sniper Boy?
He is on top currently. He's on an outlap. He has come out on his fresh softs to finish the session off. 2 minutes 43 still to go. So the championship as it looks, Big Ben is currently top of the pops with 112 points. Hedgehog in second on 99 points. Jay Wills very close in behind with a 95. Hedgehog, by the way, coming second last week, puts himself second in the championship. Big Ben winning last week puts himself first in the championship. Then Ryan Mills in third last week, fourth in the championship. Jay Wills fourth last week, third in the championship. You can see that there's high competition at the top of the board, everybody trying to sniff around each other, so it's very, very tight at the top already, on the fifth race of the season. So if it's been anything like the previous seasons, it's been ridiculously close, even to the very, very last race. So hope everybody can stick with us and enjoy it. Hedgehog is retired. I don't know if that wasn't a crash, was it? As he just pulled in. So I think he's all right. Main Man is also called it a day. He is in P11, and that's going to be him with a 138.8. We're on board with Sniper Boy, currently top of the pops. He's just starting his lap now. Who else is on an outlap? Jay Wills, Ryan Mills are both on their outlaps as well. Everybody's looking to start and do damage. Gautier Leffelon in the fifth spot currently with a 137.4. Can he get better? He's got 7/10 to find if he wants to go top of the pole position. El Wyatt is someone that I haven't had the opportunity to actually see live as yet. He's in sixth spot. I've seen him live on the streams, but I've not been able to commentate on him, shall I say. But he's been new since the last time I was on comms. There's been a couple of new newbies, I think, since last time. El Wyatt, who was the other one? Mazzles in the Alfa Romeo. He gets a permanent spot, I believe, tonight, if I can remember seeing that right in the group. So that should be really, really good for him as well. On board with Sniper Boy. Has he improved so far? I'm not too sure. I haven't. Yep, he's just set a purple sector. Can he go quicker still? He's got lovely lines through there. Let's have a little jump on board with him.
Beautiful, absolutely.
Beautiful. He's took that really well. He's even
missed.
Yeah, he is. He's even missed out the little bubbles on the inside that can quite easily throw the car around nice and clean through the tunnel. Very calm through the tunnel. It's a smart lap. He just needs to be not greedy, really, at this point. And I think he could very well improve, or is he? Got 3 seconds, 2 seconds, 1 second, and he improves. He goes 5/10 quicker for a 136.3. Well done, him. We're going to jump on board with whoever is just coming around. Who is that?
Muzzles. He's just now starting on his very, very last attempt on soft tires. He just made it in front of the time goes out, and he's looking good so far. Very smooth and clean steering so far, activating his first DRS, looking strong so far. Very, very tricky turn right now. You can cut the curb, which he does as well, going very wide. Beautiful line that he's driving. Oh, he touched the wall. No, very unfortunate for him.
Jay Wills has just put it on pole with a 135.9. The first one sub 136. L. White Murphy has put it in for a P6. So far, there's people still out on track. MUFC Harvey, who we just seen come around the last corner. Can we find him quick enough? There it is. Who is this? Gautier Leffelon. What can he do? He can jump a spot over on top of Rafbo into P4. Ryan Mills is in P2. Sniper Boy dropping down to P3, but he is still on the track, isn't he? So he can still, with a second effort, still beat the time. Yeah, is he still on a lap? It's whether or not he'll be quicker.
Don't think so. He had a very, very slow sector 1 time and sector 2. I think he's in lapping right now, Sniper Boy.
Okay, so MUFC Harvey will jump on board with him. There's nobody on just their first lap, so everybody has now set a lap with their tyres. So it's a second lap for everybody right across the board, which surprises me, actually. I thought everyone would just go with really low fuel and try and yuck it round, but there we have it. we are starting to see
Yes.
no more changes at the top. Ryan Mills, Sniper Boy, is pulling to the pits, as you have rightly said, and he will finish it off with Mazzles, who is also just trickling round. So Jay Wills is our pole with a 135.9, probably deserves it on the day. 135.9, brilliant lap for him. Puts himself in P1, Ryan Mills in P2, Sniper Boy in P3, Gautier Lefalon in number 4, Rafbo P5, Murphy with a last attempt there with a 137.7, puts himself in P6. Hopefully he can keep himself up there this week. Seems to be always wrapped up in things early doors, so really quiet start for him would be the best start, you know. Sometimes that's the case. So L. Wyatt in P7, MFC Harvey P8, Mazzles gets himself on there with a P9. Can we just see whether or not the fastest lap... Yeah, fitted. It is the fastest lap, so Mazzles and P9 will start on the mediums. So that will be an interesting one. 138.4. Yeah, in ninth position.
Absolutely.
On the mediums to start. That's not a bad place to be. He's the only driver, as you can see there on the left, that is actually going to go with that. And then obviously everybody over 10 gets their choice regardless.
That's so impressive. Sorry to interrupt you here. Before we change the screen again, look at the times from the top 3 boys, and then compared to starting from P4, the time difference. It looks like 3 people have really put a lot of training into this track, or just love this track. The time is only 4/10 to Jay Wills, but Sniper Boy and Ryan Wills are looking really strong here. To take podiums, or as well maybe they can take the win away from Jay Wills, who was just a little bit faster than the other 2 boys, but looking very promising for the top 3.
Yeah,
so close together.
Yeah, I agree more with everything there. Raf Bo setting a time on, was it Raf Bo setting a time on mediums there in P5?
He did, yes.
So that wow, again, all eyes all over the place. We can already see that there's going to be different strategies. Will those strategies be blown to bits inside a corner or two? Because we've also seen that before. And you know, you have to change early doors. You lose a bit of wing. Tragedy hits, or there's safety car or whatever. Can really change things very quickly on the day. So it should be an interesting one. I do like this track. It's always interesting to see where people decide to go for it. There's the DRS straight, the Raffles Boulevard, so the DRS straight, the end of Sector 2, sorry, coming up to the start of Sector 2, so after turn 5, that's flat out, and if you can get DRS on there, that's a decent opportunity to get by, but of course if someone's got plenty of VRS in check and they can hold on to it, it's, you're going to go through a few corners after that start to become difficult again. Closely driving behind people, we can already see that people have different points of braking, different lines, etc., different setups of cars. So there is going to be a lot of different speed on that track. So this is going to be unbelievably
I totally agree with you, especially in Singapore, just because it's a street track. It feels so nice, and it's a very nice flowing circuit, but it depends all about your training, about your line. If you can brake a little bit less in every single turn, you can cut the curbs a little bit more on every single turn to gain a bit more time, but it all comes down to your preparation, your confidence. How much are you prepared for this race? Because even in the first few turns, the first 3 turns, you can brake so much later, so much less. You can cut the curb on the left hand side and have a beautiful line over the curb on the right turn as in turn 2, and preparing the sharper left turn as in turn 3. Just to say a small example as well, where we're heading right now with J Wills braking. You can brake on the right hand side, just cut the curb on the left, but it's all down to you how much you prepared. So this will be a big question of the drivers. How much are they prepared? How much are they committing to every single turn? I can't wait for the race to start.
Good. I've just jumped on board with Hedgehog. I think it was a good time to mention that again. Hedgehog, last round, second in Baku, in the championship second, only 13 points behind the current leader in Big Ben, who isn't racing tonight. He had a massive opportunity to really go clear at the top, and he is sitting in P15. That did not go to plan for him. However, keep an eye on him, because he is only of 2 people on this track with hards, and hard soft is a certain strategy that could work. Hard medium or hard soft, depends how well he could manage those tyres. But that will be an interesting one, because if there is certainly any problems, maybe 4 or 5 laps in with the safety car, everybody in the softs thinks, right, we'll dive in now, get it done. He could pass quite a few cars on track in those hards and only have the 1 stop still to go as well. So, this is going to be very, very
a tricky one for him,
indeed.
Definitely. It's tough to overtake here. It's very hard.
It's going to be
but you need to trust the other driver as well you're trying to overtake. It's so close in a few turns.
So I'm jumping on board with, let's have a go on Rafbo. We are going to have a little look on board Rafbo and see the first corner on board him, or certainly the start. Actually, shall we go further back? I think we should. Let's sit on board with El Wyatt. Here we go. 2 red lights. There we go. Race 5, Marina Bay Street Circuit of Singapore. The Cone Racing Academy. We are away. The red lights have gone. And we have a relatively clean start. Let's get out the car and have a little look around and see what's happening. Murphy dies on the inside. Looks like there's a little bit of contact and the car goes wide on track. Didn't quite make out who that was. Nearly contact between the McLaren. There's 2 McLarens up there. And the Alfa Romeo. Looks like El Wyatt on this occasion has got away with it. Looks like there's contact. Oh, they've managed to get away with it. That is Murphy and somebody on his inside. Let's have a little look. It looks like the Mercedes of MUC Harvey, who has now got past. Everybody looks clean on the track so far. Is that the case? Looking at the map on the right-hand side of your screen, that would suggest so. There's little battles going on all over the place. Crash Gaiman finds himself on the inside. Ooh, is there going to be contact again? Don't close out his space. He didn't. This is clean driving from everyone. That is a car parked up to the side, and that would be Ghost Angel 1. That is tragedy for him. He must have caught the inside of that apex. Don't hit the corner. That's going to cause more problems. Matt Warner's, he too had a problem. It looks like he is parked up in the corner next to him. That is corner number 9, just before St Andrews Road. He has lost it up to the top of the pack. Jay Wills is currently our leader and gets nearly a 1-second gap between him and Ryan Mills, who is obviously getting his toe down to try and get as close as possible. Where did all the things go on the right hand side?
Absolutely, a lot of action happening already in the opening lap here. A few drivers have damage, having to maybe change up the strategy, unfortunately, for who is this? Renault and Racing Point at the moment, Matt Warner and Ghost. Unfortunate for them, but nothing is over. It is a 31 lap race and everyone is so close together. Look at the times. It is beautiful to see that we are having a DRS train very, very soon. It's going to be very tricky at the front. Right now, let's jump on board with El Wyatt just behind of Harvey, so close. I don't even know where to go at the moment, as I can't predict any action, but J-Cott is struggling a little bit. Massa's coming so close. Alfa Romeo, is he going to be able to overtake? Small touch with El Wyatt on the wall on the left on the exit.
Yes, he
Massa's
did.
attacking. He's attacking, going around the outside, braking on point. He can leaving a lot of space. The McLaren is going wide and defending his position. But this is what I mean. If you don't really trust your own line and you're not committed to it, it's very, very hard to overtake on this track. It's the defender's always a bit ahead of the game. Very the first battle already between the two.
Yeah, you need to be uber confident on this game, or on this track, should I say? It's well, both to be honest.
Both actually,
but, yeah. But it just so confident in your braking, and when you get back on that accelerator, make a pass. It's one of the only ways, and it's all about the launch. You know, I've talked about that.
Sorry to interrupt.
Go.
Talking about a launch, talking about making a move, Rathbolt just beautifully overtaking Gautier Lefalon on the DRS straight, which he didn't have DRS obviously, but very good overtake from him around the inside into the next turn of the tournament. No, actually turn 14 it is. Thank you very much, Google.
So we're just going to see if MUFC Harvey has enough of a look of Gautier Lefalon to get by. I don't think he does. Going into turn 1, and he doesn't. Again, Sniper Boy sniffing around the back of Ryan Mills. Can he get the launch? This was the launch I was talking about into turn 5 onto Raffles Boulevard. If you get it good enough, don't Get on, get on, get on. Oh, he's not got a good enough launch. He has got DRS, but I don't think he gets past Ryan Mills realistically. Or does he? He's getting a decent little bit of contact with the wall. I don't think he's damaged his wing. Probably a lucky boy. Oh, late hit. He's made contact. It's a great save by Ryan, in fairness to him. He's gone really wide there. And has he... Ooh, nearly contact with the wall. Fair play to Sniper Ball and Ryan. A little bit of respect shown by both of them in the end there. Realising, Sniper, that he was at fault there. Just going a little bit too keen and just bumped Ryan's line. But they've both cleaned it up. They're both back on track, so it looks. And they're all steadied back at the top. Thank goodness for that. Meanwhile, further down, Hedgehog started in a 15th position. He's jumped up a couple of places in those hards, but he's still got so much to do. But if he can keep in check of this train, when they all dive in the pits, as we say, he could be in a lovely position when there's others that have got two pit stops to go. Let's have a little look around the track. Jumping on board with Reverend Melvin. He's in P9 currently. He's behind the McLaren of JJ Cod-Vickers. Nothing doing so far.
Yeah, it's going to be so interesting to watch this battle, because we have two Alfa Romeo driver who are just stuck behind Reverend Melvin, who's stuck behind...
Oh, there's been contact.
A small touch.
Contact.
That was a touch. He's on the McLaren. That's going to be the steward, something to look into. Unfortunately, but if you make a small mistake, you need to be aware of what's going on around you. Very, very unfortunate for Reverend Melvin, or even more for Jacob Vilas, who left the session straight away, and I think he left on track. He did indeed. I'm not too sure why, because it's just lap number 4.
And he's coming to the pits.
I don't know. I'm gonna invite him just in case, and you gonna...
Who? JJ Cod-Vickers?
Yes, I saw that he left the session.
Oh, did he? He's just getting a pit by the look of my stream.
Let's have a quick look. We'll find out about that one very soon.
Okay. So, as we saw with Reverend Melvin there, it's easily done. Did he take any damage in the process? I don't think he did, which is probably a lucky boy to still have all of his downforce there. The difference was that ultimately Reverend was on the softs. I think JJ Cod was on the mediums, and I just think he had way far too much speed into that corner. Didn't presume that Cod-Vickers was going to make even a slightest error. He'd have to be perfect to not really catch him all the way there with the difference in tyre regardless. And of course, when he made that slight mistake, he just ploughed into the back of him. There wasn't much there. The Flying Welshman with an F in the chat, and I think that's probably the right letter to describe what's just happened. Fair play. Still on board with Reverend Melvin. There's Massels in behind him now in the mediums, though, having a little look in P7.
Absolutely. Jacob Vickers is joining the session now as well. Having a look at the front, we have a small position change because the Ferrari is going into the pit. The first people who are pitting on the soft tires. Jacob, he left the session again. I'm going to send him another invite.
So Jay Wills, he is going to come out on hards, as is Ryan Mills. So they're going to go for a one-stop. They're going to stay on the hards for the rest of this race, if all goes to plan for them. Of course, if there's a safety car later on, they might dive in and put the softs back on, or another pair, or mediums, whatever. But it looks like they're going to go for the one-stop strategy. Hedgehog doing the reverse of that. He is now up into P7. He'll be trying to go with the hards and finish on the soft. So he's obviously going to be trying to push. But he's sat in a decent place now. As we said before, all of the cars in front of him, you can see just how many different strategies are going on today. Anybody could be doing anything at the moment, but it's clear that they're going to probably go the soft hards for this, unless they're really confident in soft medium.
Right, just having a look as well if he's rejoining again, but it does look like hopefully he doesn't have any issues so far. Let's have a look at what is going on. Position changes so far at lap number 5, and we have a couple of changes. Hedgehog made 8 positions after the first people pitting. Looks like the McLaren driver Cod-Vickers has an issue with the game, keep disconnecting from the game. Let's hope that he'll be able to join for good now, but so far Hedgehog 8 position changes. currently into P7, looking very good there. Also 8 position changes. Crash Gaming and Greg's Game Center. Crash in P9, just in front of Greg, P10. But now, since we have a few more people pitting, Hedgehog going up to P4, and we have the 2 Alfa Romeo driver as well, and P2 and P3. Hedgehog getting a lot of pressure here from Meman Moody, who is just behind him, has a bit more ERS as well. Hedgehog on 30%, Meman on over 80%, is using a little bit to stay with him. This is going to be a very interesting battle. Let's see, when is the Alpha Tauri driver able to overtake Hedgehog on track?
I don't think it'll take him that long, to be honest. Hedgehog's on hards. He's not going to have the same downforce as him currently. He's not going to have the same grip on track as him currently. You would imagine. I mean, Mean Man probably won't go that many laps.
Sorry to interrupt you. We have a battle, Sniper Boy and Greg's Game Center. Both. That was a beautiful switchback, Sniper Boy. Just taking a slightly different line here. In the second sector, beautiful overtake on Greg's Game Center. Sniper Boy now in P7 and he's going to be able to make a move on Crash Gaming. He's using ERS and DRS, and it's going to make it on the long straight into heavy braking point. The Ferrari is trying to push back around the outside, but so close. Crash Gaming now conceding the position. Sniper Boy, beautiful double overtake in just in a few turns. It's absolutely beautiful to watch. Sorry, you can go ahead now.
No, it's superb. As it happens, as soon as we did it, I've sat on board with Greg's Game Center, who's just sat behind Crash and Ujibar, Sniper. What's happened there? Oh, Murphy's just come into the pits. So 5 laps only for the softs. Fair enough. Yeah, if he's qualified on them, then that's about right. 5-6 laps on here, give or take. What is he going to do with his decision? He's obviously dropping quite a lot down, so I would imagine. Whoa! Just jumped back on board. Greg's Game Center and Jay Wills right close up the back of him. He's going to go on the inside. Hopefully he doesn't lose. Yes! Oh, he's done very well to hold that, because that is not an easy corner to hold your nerve. You can very, very easily lose the back end, but Jay Will's shown a bit of class there, a bit of quality, and doesn't do it. Just behind us, we've got MUFC Harvey has gone past Ryan Mills, but Ryan Mills is going to have another little look at MUFC Harvey. He's going to close the space. Yes, he is. Goes on the inside. Ooh, a little bit of respect given. There was slight contact. MUFC Harvey probably gave him enough room, though, in fairness. Ryan just trying to go that little bit too ambitious into that corner, but I can see what he's trying to do. He's on the hards, early on the hards, and he's going to want to try and get as many positions up there as he can. He knows now that really Hedgehog in front of him, it will have to pit onto the softs at some point, or mediums, depends on. So Jay Will's looking pretty good. There's been a slight connection on the inside of
It's
turn
a battle as well.
13. Go on.
We have a battle here. The Mercedes of Jay Wills is just in front of Crash Gaming. Crash Gaming trying to fight back. Ryan Mills just behind as well. 2 Mercedes against 2 Ferrari. Beautiful battle here, but both Mercedes driver just able to sneak in front. Ryan Wills, is he going to have a look into Crash Gaming? Yes, he will, on the inside into the turn numbers. Is both Ferrari making small contact, but Ryan Mills just taking a position as well. Wow, what a battle between Ferrari and Mercedes. Crash Gaming probably is taking a warning on that turn there, but you don't really see both Mercedes battling against both Ferrari, especially not in real life. But are the Mercedes battling right now? Jay Will's just in front of Harvey.
He's just nearly shunted Jay Wills in the behind, but he's on the better tyre.
Yes.
I mean, in terms of he should be going past Jay Wills, and he'll probably have a good chance here.
Overtake.
Yeah, well, he's got the DRS
and
overtake. He's gone overtake.
Oh,
Jay
is he
Wills,
going to go for
don't
it?
defend. Don't
He's
defend. Oh no! Whoa! Steady on, boys. Come on, think about
Switch
it.
back. Oh, beautiful. This is going to be a long battle between the two of them.
Yeah,
Both are not having a lot of ERS. And just swapping around with DRS, it's
They just need to go steady, them two, and they don't want to be taking each other out of the race. They've got to think of the constructors, because, of course, the constructors is tier 1, 2, 3, and academy as a whole. So every single point will make a difference. Mark my words on that. Jay Will's taken a good little corner there, but going of Anderson Bridge lost a little bit of pace as a result of that given line. Tight left-hander. Ooh, can see those hards just don't like that tight turn too much to get back up to speed. You have to be very delicate on the accelerator on that one after turn 13. And flying with a tight right-hander of 14, and on to sector 3 they go. Rathbo at the front, and he's picked up penalties. Only six seconds in the lead currently, with Mazzles in behind him. Hedgehog, 12 seconds.
We're going to have a battle very soon before we're missing this battle. Gautier left along under pressure of Reverend Melvin and L. Wyatt, so close all together. No, Reverend Melvin just went into the wall on the left. Unfortunate, but he would need to make a decision. Is he going to go into the pit straight away? At the meantime, we have Crash Gaming retiring. I think he retired on track. This is going to be a full... No, it's a virtual safety car only. Reverend Melvin and Gautier left along, both going into the pit straight away. L. Wyatt taking the 2 positions here. I would have loved to see them all battle. What's happened?
No, just nearly contact from Sniper and Hedgehog. Don't get right in behind each other when it's a virtual safety car. You don't need to, man. Don't do it. When it says it's just about to come out of it, then tow down, absolutely. But you don't need to get that close. But yes, we just sitting on board with Sniper, who is right up the back of Hedgehog. And as soon as this goes... Ooh, Rathbo with the drive-through penalty. I've just seen at the bottom there. Don't know what that's for. He's currently our race leader. But that's going to affect him massive time. Now having to do a drive-through and having to stop again. I don't think he's going to get the mediums to go the full 31. What are we seeing now? Gautier left alone. He's put some hards on. Fresh kicks, 22 seconds behind 9th place, but he is in 10th position currently. He's going to finish on the fresher hards out of the ones that are going to go that route.
Absolutely, so close between the 4 of them. This is going to be a great battle here. Mishi Joy, Mima Modi, Reverend Melvin, they're going to hunt... who's this in front, actually? Gautier left along. I almost lost the name, but he's just pushing out of the DRS. Look at the difference. Gautier left along. Just a little bit faster on the hard tire than his rival Mishi Joy. Oh, so close. They're going side by side. Reverend Melvin seeing the opportunity, activating DRS and ERS. Reverend Melvin against Mima Moody, but Mima Moody has 100% ERS, and he's just diving into the wall. No. Just a little bit late braking.
A little bit?
Wow. Just a little bit.
Flagged out. Oh, there's been contact
with the 2 cars behind.
No. What is going on there? Mishi Joy in the Red Bull. As you can see, I didn't know what to look at next. There was just a compendium of errors. And another error. Ooh, Mishi Joy on the hards. Has just nearly took the front of his wing off. They've really got to stop fighting so much and just concentrate on keeping that car on the track. They are getting points currently, but they certainly won't if they're parked up. Pacing the opposite way with the wheel off. But Reverend Melvin can get the DRS on Mean Man Moody, but he's still over half a second. Ryan Mills in 7th position, looking at J-Wheels. Mishi Joy in 14th position has jumped into the pits. 5-second penalty because he was a bit too quick going in it. That is going to be costly. Sitting already at the bottom of the field with Ghost Angel 1. Going to probably go past him. Yeah, he does. Greg Saint, who we're looking at currently. Let's have a little look at Ryan Mills. No, we're on Ryan Mills. Sorry, he's right up the back of J Wills in 6th position. Both on hards, both on the same laps of hards. Just a good close fought contest between the two. I personally think that them two are going to be well up there at the end of this.
There's a battle in front. Isabella in front, Harvey against the Red Bull. Harvey's going around the outside. They're still battling. Beautiful battle. Now he's just picking up a warning there, but absolutely beautiful side by side into the stadium section. Oh, beautiful. Harvey just taking a P4 here in front of Red Bull. Absolutely exciting. Red Bull is coming back. Oh no, he's not. Very smart move.
Yeah, that was going to be a dive from a long way away with 10 laps of mediums. MEC Harvey on the younger tyres. It would have been a very brave attempt. Reverend Melvin, 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. He seems to have had a bit of a mad 5 minutes in terms of being involved with a couple of bumps here and there, and now he's getting a penalty. So unlucky, Reverend. Keep at it though, lad. Keep at it. He's on
this battle is far from over. Absolutely.
But yeah, there's only 11 laps gone. We're only a third of the race through so far, and it's been entertaining. Certainly been entertaining. It's not lacked entertainment. to say the least. Let's have a little look around. Where else have we got battles? MUFC Harvey with a Hedgehog in sight.
Oh, J-Cod.
Less than a second. JJ Cod, where am I looking?
J-Cod is making a move onto Matt Warner on the long straight DRS and ERS. But Matt Warner has a bit more ERS, so it is again just a DRS advantage switchback. And talk about a switchback, is Matt gonna do a move? Oh, so close. It's small contact, but very smart move there. Conceding the position again, but now it's another DRS time. He has so much more ERS than the McLaren in front. But talking ERS and DRS, the cars of Greg's Game Center is just making a move onto Matt just because of the better exit. There's so much action going on the field. If you look at the small groups who are battling, let's join the group in front.
Contact with MUFC Harvey and Hedgehog for the third and fourth spot again. MUFC Harvey on the fresher tyres. He's just trying to have a little go. Rafbo dropping down. What's happened to Rafbo? He's gone in the pits, that's why. MUFC Harvey having a little look at Hedgehog. He's gone on the inside. There's been contact. That was a brave move by Harvey. He has avoided hitting the wall. It's just going to be the tyres and a few spots that he's going to have to lose in that corner. That was not really there to get. I think he was a bit over ambitious for me, and let a couple through. But he did, yeah, exactly right. He did catch it. There's no damage to his wing. He can keep his head back down again, concentrating his laps.
Got here left along against Mima Moody. Sorry to interrupt. Mima Moody on the outside doing his switchback. Please be careful there. Haas driver absolutely good. Conceding position, but that means side by side into the last turn. Mima Moody against Reverend Melvin, both on the straight. Is anyone having DRS? No, just got here left along behind, side by side into turn one. Mima Moody just in front of Reverend Melvin. There's so much action happening on the field. We don't even know where to go. But again, got here left alone. There's the name around the outside again and has DRS. Reverend Melvin, the fight is not over. You have a lot of DRS. Just stick to it. You have DRS lost for this turn, yes, but you have 50% of ERS is still an opportunity to come back. Beautiful action here on the track, and as I was going through, Rafbold is just very slow. Is he having some damage? Let's have a quick look.
Just while you're looking at that, I'm just on board with third, fourth, fifth and sixth places. Virtual safety car is out. The virtual safety car is out. That is Greg's Game Center, I believe, has DNF'd. Yeah, he is. He's gone over by... Oh, where's he lost that? At the end of Sector 2, isn't it? It's Nichols Highway again, that mean little left-hander. We'll jump on board with Mishy Joy here, who is at the back of the pack, but we will see on his screen. Oh, no, he won't. He's disappeared. I was going to say we might see the car at the side of the track. So virtual out. Ryan Mills. At the time of that all happening, there was Hedgehog, Jay Wills, Ryan Mills, and MUFC Harvey all in a complete train. And all within, half a second of each other, probably about 2-3 tenths of each other, and looking hopefully to get that battle underway very, very quickly. I think MUFC Harvey's got to be looking pretty fresh to get by them. He's currently on the mediums. You would think that he might have a little bit more pace once they got going again, but whether or not he can get the job done, because there's 3 cars ahead of him.
Sniper Boy just picking up drive-through penalty at the end of virtual safety car, miscalculating the speed that he can bring through. But let's just have a quick look at all the groups that we have on track. We have the front runner of Sniper Boy, very, very impressive, with 9.1 seconds in front of Hedgehog, but Hedgehog has 3 cars behind him and is down to 38% of ERS. Jay was getting so close. Jay was a good opportunity for him, using a little bit of ERS just to stick to it. It's smart driving from him, because he doesn't have an opportunity to just bring down the ERS from the driver in front of you, and just wait for the long straight, the long ERS DRS zone. My bad here, but beautiful 4-man battle just in front of the first Alfa Romeo, Mazos, and P6 Murphy following him straight on his gearbox, and as well L. Wyatt is not out of the game.
So Murphy had just got by, he just passed L. Wyatt in the previous corner, but he's quickly getting a little bit of pace on him. Again, he's on the younger softer compound, so you'd expect a little bit of speed there, but again, Murphy's going to have to come back in, whereas some of these hard runners at the front will not. So anything will still go. This looks like everybody's balanced out now. I'm just going to have a quick check and see whether everybody has done their pit stops.
We're
Everybody.
having a battle for Mercedes, and doing a switchback here. Harvey onto Jay Wills, both having DRS as well, and I think Harvey's taking a position, but we have a double overtake from the Ferrari driver. Small contact, Ryan Mills around the outside.
Wow, in there like swimwear from Ryan Mills. Absolutely slipped in where he had... I don't know how he got that line, but it was an unbelievable launch in. He had every right to go for it by the look of the gap that I saw, but nearly had some problems. I think MFC Harvey had to leak out a little bit wider, or was it J. Wills? Had to leak out a little bit wider as a result, but what he's done bits there, Ryan Mills, fair play to him, and he can finish this with these hards. Let's have a little look. What has he got? 8 laps.
13 laps.
It's a long stint. Yeah, it's a long stint for another 15 to be fair. But 20 is easy doable, so 22, 23 easy doable.
Late break Harvey. Oh, just a very smart driving as well from Ryan Mills, giving Harvey a lot of space there because he missed his braking spot. This is beautiful battle at the front. Every driver is very aware of what's going on around them. So good, Lowell's Harvey and Ryan Mills. He's going around the outside, he's diving in, he went for it. Ryan Mills, again, as I just said, very aware of what's going on. You don't expect a dive bomb like that on this turn, but it's beautiful to see.
So wide. The worry is that if Ryan Mills stays in that corner with him, which he's entitled to do, by the way, MFC Harvey smashes him straight into the side of that tunnel because he cannot stop that car, so that's a little bit of a worry. MFC having a little look with Hedgehog. Will he have cost himself time? Sometimes you just have to wait. But he's got an opportunity. It looks like there's been contact between MFC Harvey and Hedgehog. Just the slightest little bit of contact. On board with Ryan Mills, just in behind these two. We could probably jump and have a little look at... Yeah, Jay Wills is just behind them as well. Everybody will have DRS apart from Hedgehog. Is this MFC Harvey's chance? He has a look, has overtake on full, isn't going to have the ERS, but is going to be alongside for the next corner. Ooh, wow. Hedgehog probably not leaving him. Hedgehog not leaving him much room there at all. He's stayed a little bit wide. Ooh, you have to be careful. There's a little bit on the inside. And Ryan Mills again loves that little move, doesn't he? Lets other people have that little battle and just has a little look on the outside and goes, right, thank you very much. You two do what you want to do. And he's just been shunted into next week by Harvey. He's got away with it. He's fine. They're still all fine. Hedgehog manages to keep his lead. That is a slippy corner. They've got to be very, very careful just before it goes in Anderson Bridge. And he's gone on the inside. He's launched it. He's done it. He's got it done. He's got it done. Ryan getting the better launch on the outside and takes the position back into P2. But MFC Harvey taking no prisoners. Jay Wills is up there as well. He's hit again, Ryan Mills. And again, Ryan Mills. He is shooting his way down. Jay Wills just alongside him. Harvey's nearly cut him off as well.
Oh my God, what is going on?
He's brutal. He's absolutely brutal. He's taken no prisoners whatsoever, Harvey. If you're on track, it's his track.
Look at Mazzles.
His track. We're all just on his track. Go for it, lad. Go for it.
Look at Mazzles. He has a really, really good tyre advantage. He's on 1 lap old. Hard tyres. He's in the best position. Harvey, I was about to say as well, Harvey having a side plate missing there, unfortunately, from the battles. He's done a lot of dive bombs there. This is maybe something where students need to just remind him on not to do too many dive bombs. But again, Mazza's 2 lap olds hard, and everyone in front, they're all battling. He just needs to wait, charges ERS and wait, and this is exactly what he's... Oh no, he's not. He's using a little bit of ERS, but to stick with this group. A smart move from him, but the battling again, Ryan Mills against Hedgehog in front of them, and Hedgehog going a little bit wide, touching Jay Wills. Did he avoid the ball? I think he did again. Very good catching from Jay Wills, having a quick look if he has any damage. I don't think so.
Doesn't look like it, no. He's just had to ease off a little bit off Murphy there, in fairness. Murphy, by the way, what a shout he deserves. Oh no, I don't want to say that. Actually, let's move off Murphy. Let's move off Murphy.
No content, of course.
He's in there. Let's just leave it at that. Because he deserves some. The amount of times that he's kept himself up there. Qualified well today as well. So good luck to Murphy boy. But let's leave him out of the conversation just in case I owe him apologies. Mazzles holding his own. He is moved into P3 behind Hedgehog. Mazzles has got to be having a lovely look at this now. He's got to be liking what's in front of him there. He's got to be, hasn't he? He's got any amount of tyres on Ryan Mills and Hedgehog. Absolutely. Any amount of tyres. So Mazzles could certainly see it out to the end. It's just such a tough track.
Vector 2,
it's
yellow,
tough on the
black. Let's have a look.
Yeah. Any update?
It looks like it is a Renault driver. Not 100% sure who it is.
Might be Ghost Angel 1. He's just behind Matt Warner. They don't know if there's a little bit of contact between them. The only other Renault is Hedgehog, and he's at the top. Matt Warner goes a little bit deep into that corner. But the pair of these battling it out. That is the Renault just taps the corner before Anderson Bridge into turn 13. Matt Warner goes really deep in the racing point, but it looks like he's got away despite being on more worn and harder compound tyre. Jumping up, Hedgehog and Mazel's having a little bit of a wrestle there, and Wyatt and MUFC Harvey are they near each other? What happened there? Looks like they changed spots, but there's just such a huge gap. Sniper Boy now coming out of the pits. He's going to go on hards. He wants to see if he can get to the end of the session on that Gautier Fallon with an absolute launch to make sure his car's in there in time or in front. Fair play to him. Why not? He wants to make sure that he's doing it. The first lap of hards for Sniper Boy is obviously always a delicate one. You've not got any temperature in the tyres. You can't just launch it around there. You need to wait until your second, in sometimes third lap before you can really trust the tyres fully.
They're battling. Sorry to interrupt you. Ghost is going around the inside of Matt Warner and Tease. They're still side by side. No, Matt Warner's just conceded the position. Yeah. Beautiful overtake from the Renault driver, just overtaking Matt Warner into turn 1, but it's far from over. Matt has DRS and ERS advantage as well.
He does, but I can just see there that Matt's front right wing end plate is not there, so he's becoming into some problems, and he's also on 14 laps of hards, which means he's coming on lap 3, so the chances are that he's going to be coming back in again, so this could be a long one for Matt. He just needs to stick in there. Matt with us for several seasons now though, and always enjoys himself in the Cone Race Academy, top lad as well, so fair play to him. I hope he can get in the points today. They only need to be, there's only one person not going to get points today because of the 18-man race, and only 2 because of course the top 15 score points, so no backing out. Doesn't matter where you are on the track, no backing out. Don't need to get back on and drive. Similar thing happened to me the other night. I had an awful time in Baku. I was last by about 26 seconds, but I was going to pull in. There was a safety car, caught back up with everyone, and then the tyres was looking after us near the end and jumped all the way at weight. So it's never worth throwing the towel in with these races, not at all. Not now. There's 15 points for sale. Gautier Fallon looks like Sniper Boy. They might have changed spots. LY less than a second behind Hedgehog, looking higher up in the pitch, on the track. Higher up on the pitch. I've been watching a lot of footy since the lockdown. Please forgive me. Oh, LY has just got too close to turn 8. Where is it? Turn 8. After turn 8, there's a little bit on the wall on the left-hand side that doesn't actually sink in with the wall. It points out a little bit. It's a naughty one, really. But if you try and take all of the track, you can slap that front left wing off it. And I think he just did it. And it's throwing him about a little bit. If that's going to lose
have a battle with Matt Warner against Mima Moody, I assume, and we have Reverend Melvin overtaking Mima Moody here. They're going side by side. It's so beautiful. Still side by side. So close.
Oh, Meeman goes very deep into it. A little bit aggressive from him, swerving around a little bit, but he's kept it well and he's cleaned it right up now. Good by him.
Far from over. Reverend Melvin is getting held up from the 2 driver in front. He's pushing them just around every single turn. Yeah. Reverend Melvin, a bit frustrating. He needs to keep his head down and wait for the DRS zone, preparing the exit. This is going to be most importantly. Let's stay on board with him for a little bit longer to see how he's doing. And Reverend Melvin preparing it. And just a bit too far away. Mima Moody is using some ERS. He's not going to inside. Is he? Just cutting the curb. But he caught his car as well. Reverend Melvin, he's going around the inside of Mima Moody. So many battles. I don't even know where to start here. It's every single turn is a battle between the 2 driver here. Reverend Melvin pushing them around every single turn.
Yeah, absolutely. Hedgehog has just come out on mediums, and I think he'll probably try and finish this off now. 12 laps on those mediums, so he's going to be pretty sharp towards the end. He's got a 20-second gap to find if he wants to get up to even think about a spot at the top. So that one's going to be rather interesting. Murphy, I mean, he's on 11 laps of mediums now, so I think he'll be trying to drag them out a few more and finish this on softs. That's what I'd probably do, and try and coax them on.
Matt Warner and Reverend Melvin now. Mima Moody overtook Matt Warner into turn 1, went very, very wide, but he made the move, and I think this is the most important part. Mima Moody now on P12, and Matt is now fighting against Reverend Melvin, who's just behind him, and Matt is going into the wall. This is the opportunity for Reverend Melvin that he needed, and indeed he made a move. Matt just unlucky here with the wall. Do we have a battle at the front? 5 tenths difference only to P2. And
so
we have
the big thing we've got to bear in mind here is Mazel's 6 laps to Ryan's 14 laps on these hards. Mazel's going to have the pace, and the other thing is Mazel currently is without fault. He does not have a penalty, whereas Ryan's got 3 seconds of it. Murphy with 6, Jay Wills with 3. So that's going to be that could be a factor. Or, he doesn't even have to push it now. He can sit in behind, not make any stupid errors. Don't try and throw it in when it doesn't need to. Wait until a nice long straight. Wait until the DRS and they're confident. Like now. Well, is he going to get it done? Is he going to get it done? I think he's going to run out of room, to be honest. Ryan's going to defend this one. Yeah, he is. But these two now have got a proper race on their hands. Ryan just needs to defend, make sure that he gets a good launch just before those long straights. It's all about that launch and make him keep hold of the position. Or in some cases, you might find some drivers actually allow that pass to happen and just take, tuck in behind and stay in their slipstream and try and keep some of that ARS for later on in the race. But I think in this case, with Mazzles on younger tyres, he does risk the fact that Mazzles could quite easily just pull away, which is then it done. So can you defend the position? He's currently still doing it. He's having a good look at him, Mazzles, but he's not going to get it done. Elsewhere on the track, it looks like there is a few gaps starting to form. When we say starting, there's quite a few gaps all over the track. Again, football reference. Up top and all over the park. So, whoa! JJ Codvickers is just lost. Did he miss the braking zone there completely? He's just punted it right off.
That's McLaren.
Yeah, the McLaren has just completely flew off at turn 7 there. Again, Nichols Highway, we've said this quite a few times tonight. There's clearly a little bit of slippage on that little drift of a left-hander. If you're in too high a gear and you put your toe down, by the way, that has happened to me before, where you lose some of the traction underneath the wheel, and if you have your foot to the floor, you can learn the hard way, I'm afraid, with that one. But Mazzles is the leader. He is in front.
Absolutely.
There's a lovely shot of them just going round the tight corner of turn 13, and he is going to get his toe down. And as you can see there, 7/10 already, getting away from Ryan Mills. 10 laps to go. He has got every chance in the world of keeping this lead now. Mazzle's 82.
I would love to see the tire percentage right now, because Mazzles, as we've mentioned before, in a huge advantage from the tires, and the distance as well to the next potential P2 runner. I would say Harvey is looking really strong down 4 laps old medium, and as well Hedgehog on 2 laps old medium, but 16 laps old hard tires, Ryan Mills and Jay Wills. I would love to see how high their usage is, or the percentage of these tires, because they will have to go into the pit once again and go on the soft tires. It's going to be very, very interesting to watch the last 5 laps and how many positions the 2 driver can make up. Are they going to go for medium? You never know.
No way. You'll get 7 laps on the softs, but just purely for track position, I think. Well, I suppose medium's not that much different. If they went in now, then medium's probably a shout. Yeah, maybe. There'll be few people in tier 1 maybe shouting, nah, shut up, I'll do that in soft, no problem.
The chat can let us know. 25 people, let us know. What is your opportunity? Would you go now as Ryan Mills?
Yeah, what he's going here, boys. Put yourself in Ryan's position. What do you go with, soft or medium? Same for everyone, really. Is there anything going on track here where you can think, in fairness, I would do this or I would do that? My phone's just died, actually. Tragic. So I can no longer see the chat. But I imagine everybody's bouncing.
No worries, I'll keep an eye on the chat.
iOS players?
It's been very quiet, guys.
Oh,
Believe it. I can't believe it. With these beautiful battles on track, chat. Let's put up the hype train here. Let's get the support. Who are you supporting, chat? We would love to see it. Put it in, and we're gonna give you a shout out, and a shout out as well to Jay Wills. Unfortunately, in a bad way, he just picked up a 3 seconds time penalty. Let's have a quick update about the penalties. Still, P2 Ryan Mills 3 seconds, Jay Wills on 6 seconds, Harvey behind 19 seconds, closing the gap up, and only 3 seconds behind him.
Yeah, I think Murphy, currently he's on 0 laps of mediums. If he does what he could do, Hedgehog and Sniper ran out of his sights, really.
And we have a battle,
8 seconds to get.
Jay Wills now against Ryan Mills. Jay was around the outside for the following turn, and he made it. And now into P2.
These really are, what's the ghosted car?
It's Ghost Angel 1 just overtaken Ryan Mills. Should be doing that as he has blue flags.
Yeah.
But an update is for the first people who are sending support into the chat. AJ supporting Alfa Romeo driver, and absolutely understandable. Massa's looking really strong. He just needs to keep his head down and fully focus on the track. It's such a hard track to stay focused. So many walls on your left and right hand side who just can't say goodbye to your race. But really looking very strong here.
So, just on board with L. Wyatt is behind Rafbo. The pair are just going around turn 8 and into turn 9 about this slippy corner that we've seen time and time again. People lose it, and Rafbo doesn't get a good exit on those medium tyres, whereas L. Wyatt does, and he's going to probably slide rather easily around the outside. Only 2 laps of his softs. So you would think that L. Wyatt is going to be a little bit on the rampage for the last few laps. He's got it's a big ask to get that many out of the softs, but you know, he's obviously confident to get a few positions. He's got a long way to go, however, to get to Murphy. 25 seconds of them, to be precise. If we jump on board with Murphy, he's got Sniper Boy in front of him. Murphy's got all the chance in the world with a better compound to get by him. A little bit tentative into that last corner of turns 22 and 23, so he's going to lose a bit of time despite staying inside the DRS. Sorry, I just need to swallow my mic. Despite the being inside the DRS. Sorry, I've got an itchy back as well. Sorry, I just keep telling you everything that I'm doing. I'm scratching my back now.
That's alright.
So, who are we looking at on track? There's not much going on. Reverend Melvin in P12. He's looking at Mean Man Moody in P11. He is half a second behind him. He is currently looking at a similar strategy. They're going to try and see each other out to the end as well. So, they are in a little bit of a battle there. Further down, that's the Williams, and of course the Alpha Tauri of Mean Man Moody that we're on board with now. Going to jump up back onto Murphy, who's looking with 2 laps of mediums at Sniper Boy in front of him. Has he got what it takes to get himself into P5? They've both got penalties. Let's have a little look at the penalties, actually. We can see them on the screen so everybody has a good idea of who's got what. Mazzles at the front, 3 seconds he's now got, so that must have only just picked that up, unlucky him, because he was on 0. Jay Wills with 6 seconds in second place, which means Ryan Mills is currently in P2. Ryan Mills with another good performance so far. Baku last week, 3rd position. A win today would put a bit more pressure on those in front of him. He is currently 18 points behind Jay Wills in front of him, and Jay Wills, of course, he would beat today if things stay exactly the same. Murphy getting a little bit closer to Sniper Boy. Jay Wills a little bit closer to Mazzles. Let's take the penalties off the screen now. We don't need to know that. Let's have a little look at the tyres. So 1-2 having a little bit of a battle. Do you know, I think he's going to see it out, you know. I think Jay Wills is going to see this out, you know. I don't even think he's going to go softs. I think he's going to try and see it out with the hards, which is going to be 25 laps on hards. It's doable. He's going to lose a little bit in those last few laps. I think they're going to be pretty tough to still keep up with Mazzles, but I've been wrong before. So I don't know, you know.
That's alright. So just giving you a small update from the chat. They would like to see the time penalties as well on the screen. If you could prepare that one, that would be much appreciated to everyone in the chat.
I'm just doing that.
Perfect, wonderful. We're having a look at the time penalties right now, but a lot of support as well from the Alfa Romeo driver. The race has been rated from Mr. Nathan himself as well, and from the 0 to 10 rate he rated this race in 11, so very, very impressive here from all the drivers on track. Absolutely beautiful, the support as well from Mercedes and Hedgehog as well, getting support from Nick in the chat.
Good, love that. Keep pouring in the support for the boys. Reverend Melvin, he is in 11th. He's less than half second, still behind me man Moody, but there's nothing doing between them two. Me man a little bit wide on this. He's caught him a little bit, but still not close enough to launch an attack. Murphy still having to sit behind Sniper Boy in P6. There's not much he can do about this at the moment. Sniper Boy keeping decent pace with those hards still. Will that become a factor at some point? There's only 5 laps to go, so we shall see. He just needs to keep inside that DRS, and you never know. You just never know. Actually, you do know. Let's have a little look at what their ERS is looking like. Murphy's is fantastic. Sniper Boy's is pretty decent. He'll probably be able to defend that as long as he doesn't make any errors. Hedgehog just in front of him, just over a second, and then there's some big gaps between, from third place, MUC Harvey and Hedgehog. Hedgehog 17 seconds behind a podium at the moment, but with 20 laps of hards and him on a 7 of mediums, he's going to be pinging around with some pace after them. We've got to bear in mind, I think at one point there's something like 26 seconds a gap to make up, so you can see the difference in the compounds now starting to make a big difference. Well, fair play to Ryan Mills and Jay Wills pitting so early and deciding to just go with it and stick with them. This is Ryan Mills at 3rd and 4th in the championship. 3rd and 4th last week, as we said earlier. 2nd and 3rd today. So you can see that these two do match each other pretty well. And good that you can, stay near each other every race. That means that there's a bit of respect there. They know when they can pass each other. They're starting to learn each other as drivers, when it's good, when it's not good to go. All of that type of stuff that you sort of tend to know how people tend to drive. And if you're a similar pace to someone else on track that is like that, it tends to be quite handy. You'll know what they're going to try and do, and you can try and suss each other out safely, rather than trying to try too many things here and there. And you know where people's strengths lie, what corners they're quicker at, etc, etc. Little bit of a wedge here with Murphy looking at Sniper Boy's rear, and Hedgehog just in front of him. He's going to go on the inside with a flat out last corner. He's backed out, but Sniper Boy tried to give him space anyway. Pair of them ducked out of that, really, a little bit hesitant, and Sniper Boy opens up that DRS to try and block ERS to try and block Murph's DRS, which he does, and the pair of them were swinging into turn 3. Sniper Boy with a great turn 3 there, and pulls a little bit in front, waving about the track a little bit, to be fair though. This is the big one for me. Turn 5, that Raffles Boulevard turn, just heading into the sector 2 down here. That, if you can get speed going out of there, you can launch. As long as you're close enough to, you can get by them there and then, but it has to launch, has to be right. And Sniper Boy, Hedgehog has to brake a little bit more. Sniper Boy just shunts him a little bit. Don't think he can do much about that. Hedgehog really on the softer compound, you'd think would brake quicker than Sniper Boy, so he probably didn't expect him to brake so soon if he fancied the corner himself, unless there was a little mistake in there. But some tight racing. Don't hit that apex. That's a brave one.
We're going to have a battle. Mima Moody and Reverend Melvin on track, very close together, and L Wyatt joining them too. They're going so close together. L Wyatt on the exit of the pit lane, now on the outside for turn 5? No, I actually don't know.
Yeah, it's turn 5. It's turn 5. There's
Mima Moody still in front.
I've just seen someone's wing just go straight. I'm not sure whose it was.
He's diving the inside.
Wow! What a move that was by Wyatt. That looked alright to me. Was it? I didn't see on board, but if it was alright, it was a thing of beauty. I'm just going to jump up to a Sniper Boy who's just behind Hedgehog again, and he's going to have a little look. There's another 3 train just in front of them. Hedgehog, Sniper Boy, and Murphy still sniffing around there at the top. Is he going to get some good points today? He's on the medium, Sniper Boy on the hards in front of him, and these 3 tiny little track in front. Mean Man Moody again, he is within a second of Reverend in front of him. So some great racing, these 3. Go on. 3 laps to go in the Marina Bay street circuit of Singapore.
Both using ERS and DRS. Oh, Hedgehog's going to be eaten up here by both drivers.
Oh, Murphy's down.
Beautiful racing from everyone. Hedgehog leaving a lot of space there for Murphy as well, but I think Murphy took a warning at least there for the spot of the corner.
He would have, but I think if he asked for that gone, I think the stewards might spare him there given the circumstances. I think he'd just try to make sure that he stopped on the corner and didn't cause any problems, which he did. I would personally think he'd have a good chance with that, because it was in battle, and I don't think it was just him getting the corner on as such. So we'll see. We'll see. That's if it makes
dive bomb for Murphy. Sorry to interrupt you, and he went into the wall. Hedgehog just.
He's let him pass. Oh he's let him pass. Fair play to Murphy.
Yeah, he did.
He knew what he'd done. He knew what he'd done. He's took a little bit of damage for that. He did try and launch in a little bit. I think he just broke too late. Recognition from Murphy, and he's just slowed up and let Hedgehog get back in front of him, and that's the type of etiquette that we do promote. Yep, that is the type of etiquette we promote. If you cause a problem, cause a crash, just do the right thing. Have a bit of etiquette for people around you. Murphy without that front left wing. Oh, he's finding it difficult now. 7th place, Murph. Come on, get yourself. Is he going to get himself in the pits, or is he just going to try and nurse that round? He's got 36 seconds, so it's a freebie really, and he could probably get fastest lap if he throws some softs on. So he's got every reason to go in the pits, in my fairness. Definitely. Yeah, he's got a free pit. Let's jump up. J Wills is again just on the back of Mazzles. We've got an AI car going around there. Is that the Red Bull? Who's that? Who's dead?
We're gonna have a battle as well. Goes Angel against Matt Warner now into turn 6. Matt Warner on the inside, leaving a lot of space for both drivers. Goes Angel 1 just defending the position as well here. Beautiful racing from both. A bit wide. Matt is now straight on his gearbox on the inside, putting him offline. Ghost is going very wide, but Matt is still behind. This battle is going to be down to DRS zone and ERS usage. Both driver a bit low. Ghost Angel is under a lot of pressure there from Matt, just making a few smaller mistakes. Matt has now his opportunity on the long straight, but Ghost has just a better exit. This battle is far from over.
Yeah, I don't think Murphy took that pit, you know. I think he stayed out with the damage, just wants to try and hold on and nurse it round instead. I would have had to go at fastest lap, as L. Wyatt did, and he got it. He's took the fastest lap of the day. He's on 1 lap old softs. I don't think there's going to be enough time for him to get anything better than 9th today, in case there's any problems in front of him. Great shout out to Wills and Ryan Mills. These pair on 24 laps of hards. Tough track to have no traction on. You know, not that they've got no traction, sorry, but some certainly less than others around them, but just clever, know what's around them. J Wills having a little look. Can he do it? He's on so much older tyres. He's kept up with Mazzles really well. Mazzles has got it wrong, and he's let the back end come out, and that has given him all the opportunities for Wills to get on the inside. And he has done it, you know. Wills has taken the lead with a second last lap on turn 9, going up St Andrews Road. That all he needs to do now is keep the car in front. Mazzles in behind him. Ghost Angel 1 with a 3-second time penalty. That's not going to help him again, sitting down there. Will that make a difference? Because with Matt Warner so close in behind, that will jump him up a spot. Again, only one car won't get points today, and Mishy Joy isn't without a chance of getting at Jacob Codvickers. But here we go. Mazzles assumes the position back at the top, but will Wills be able to hold? The tyres say no, and the respect probably given a little bit as well there to try and give him some space. He gets really close at the back of Mazzles there, gets a better turn. He has a chance to get by him here, but he isn't going to do it before the tunnel, and probably a good shout, knowing that these tyres are a little bit more worn. He wants that second spot. Nothing silly needed. Ryan Mills, of course, sat in P3. Currently, let's have another look at these penalties, because it's going to have a lot to say in this. So Mazzles and J Wills with 6 seconds. Yeah, if Ryan can, on the last lap, get this down to 3 seconds, he's got a chance.
Yes, DRS. He definitely has a huge chance, but as we talked about during this race before, the tire difference is going to be so crucial. Watching J Wills on board, he has to do some corrections here and there, and now it's going to be a crucial part. If he's too far away, doesn't have the ERS, he has DRS to stay with him. But both drivers actually very close, very low on ERS here. It's looking very strong. Both time penalties working for both drivers. They need to fully focus now on the DRS lock straight on the exit just behind the difficult bridge section which they are going to approach now. Last lap is going to be down to the last very lap. J Will so close to battles. Here we go, guys. It's all about this exit. J Will so close, and I think he's gonna go third. No, just a little bit too late. He's too far away. Mazza's looking very strong now. Keep your head down, boy. Try not to make any mistakes. J Will is sliding away, and losing a lot of time. The tires difference is huge here.
His braking's been spot on, to be fair, though. He's been really solid. He's still trying to stiff around the back of Mazzles. Mazzles, if anything, is just trying to coax it around now, not trying to take anything quick. Knows he's got the pace to finish it. Here we go, lap 31 of 31. The last two corners, turns 22 and 23 of the Marina Bay Street Circuit of Singapore. And your winner is Mazzles, followed by J Wills. Is Ryan Mills going to be able to do anything about that time? I think he just started to fade towards the end, and with his penalty he's going to stay with P3. MBFC Harvey on P4, so there is your top three drivers of the day. As we little look at Sniper Boy comes in P5. P6 is going to belong to Hedgehog. Is it? Is Hedgehog going to have managed to catch enough time as Sniper Boy? I don't think he had that many penalties, and it's quite a long time behind, 16 seconds, so I think he's going to take P6. Murphy is going to coax it around, still only 3/10 behind him, and finishes the race off well in P7 for him. Good outing. Gautier Lefalon is just gone through the tunnel in the circuit after turn 18. This is 19, going under the DHL sign into turn 20. Nobody anywhere near him now, behind L. Wyatt, obviously setting the fastest lap of the day. Can you just check the fastest lap, please, just before they all finish, and just make sure it was in? I think it was.
L.
Just to see
Wyatt,
if it changed. Yeah, L. Wyatt did take fastest lap of the day, thank you. Reverend Melvin also with Mishi Joy. Is that in front of him? Mishi Joy. He's a ghosted car. I think he's at the back, so he'll just be finishing off his lap. Mishi Joy, 5-second penalty for corner cutting hadn't gone his way today. He's going to be, unfortunately, the one that's going to have to miss out on points today, with the rest of them getting something. So we'll wait until the main screen before I go top to toe with what's just happened on the track while everybody finishes off. Me, Man Moody, is going to be the last one to finish. He is just finishing his lap now, and that is it.
What
Smash,
a race, boys!
Bang,
what a
wallop.
race, and as well,
Holy
Daniel
hell.
Collier, DC in the chat as well, saying
DC.
what a race. Everyone is so hyped at the end here. It's beautiful to see people supporting their favorite driver. We have as well a great drive from to Mazzles, complimenting from Freefall. Well done, Mazzles. And Jay Wills as well from Nathan in the chat. Beautiful racing, a lot of action, a lot of tire advantage, and as well, again, as usual, it is the normal time penalty battle, but very, very impressive here from Mazzles, just taking a slightly different strategy here, taking the W for the Alfa Romeo. Impressive drive from him for P1, but also Hedgehog was able to get all the way up to P6, started on P15. Very impressive from him as well, the top driver from today from my perspective.
So we are looking at the driver of the day of Mazzles. For me, he is my personal driver of the day. Do you disagree with that?
I absolutely don't.
Okay, I didn't think we did. We'll go nice and quickly on that one, because I just don't think there's much more talk needed. Mazzles with an unbelievable race there, and puts the Alfa Romeo on the top of the grid. Ryan Mills and Jay Wills with quite superb driving with the long tyres and managing them very well. MFC Harvey doing well today in P4. Sniper Boy in P5. Hedgehog did well, crawled his way all the way up after that disappointing the qualifying, but didn't get a penalty, and was the only man on track, I think, to not get a penalty. So that's pretty special driving from him. So fair play, Hedgehog, well done. Murphy stays up there this time round, and he gets himself into P7. Well done, Murphy. So, I mean, mind-blowing race, incredible race, considering it's such a circuit where it's tough to get by people. There was certainly plenty of action all over the place. That was an absolute pleasure. So there you have it. That was race number 5 in Singapore. We are next at Brazil. We are over South America for Brazil. A little bit of a thing there. Steiny's not going to be with us next week, and we have a mystery guest, so that is going to be coming up next week. I'll keep it. I'll keep that stum for now. But we are going to have a mystery comms on, a mystery guest for comms next week in Brazil, and of course we very much hope to see you again soon after that. Again, Steiny, and join back on to enjoy more cone racing. So that leaves it at that for this week. Thank you very much for everyone who's been watching. Absolute pleasure watching this every week, and I hope I can now be back in action for the foreseeable, because I don't want to miss the races if that's what they're like. Thank you very much as usual. Steiny, anything else you'd like to say?
Oh, I just want to say a huge thank you to every single driver on track, and as well every person still in the chat supporting everyone. It was an absolute pleasure to commentate here Singapore race. I'm very looking forward to watch and be in a chat for next week in Brazil. I can't wait to see who might be the commentator next time. But again, thank you so much to everyone in the chat. Dragon as well, ending up the chat saying great race to everyone, and as well great race to everyone. Well done, top 3. Mathers taking the victory, and thank you again for having me here.
Yeah, honestly, thank you, mate. It's always a pleasure having you beside me. Superb as usual. And it, to be honest with you, it makes life quite easy when the racing's like that on track as well. Pleasure, mate, as always. Honor. So see you again soon. And yeah, we'll see everybody next week, next Monday evening, 8 o'clock for Brazil. See you then. Thank you.
Thank you.